Hello everybody, welcome back. Today's book is The Story of the Little Black Dog. Actually, I had the book upside down, thank you. Glad I checked that. Story of the Little Black Dog by J.B. Spooner. Illustrations by Terry Lambs Seeley. Alright. To Gertrude, who loved a good dog and loved a good boy. Of all the boats in Vineyard Harbor on the island of Martha's Vineyard, the grandest by far was the topsail schooner Shenandoah. She was the queen of the harbor and the love of her captain's life. Captain Douglas lived alone in a big old house overlooking the harbor. He had lived alone for a long time, and he liked it that way. Here's the photo. I shall fix that glare. Give me a sec. That should have fixed the glare. Yeah. Well, most of it, at least. All of it. One stormy night in early spring, the captain was in his warm kitchen when the back door flew open. In came his friend Eddie, wet and windblown from the northeast gale raging in the harbor. "Brought you something," he announced, even before the captain could close the door. "She's an orphan," said Eddie, handing him a small black puppy from under his coat. "Found her in a mud puddle. If you can't find a home from her, just take her to the pound. I've got to go. Ferry's leaving for the mainland." He hurried out the door. The captain stood there for a moment, jutting out his lower jaw, the way he always did when he was thinking. He held the wet little puppy at arm's length up to the kitchen light. "Now what am I supposed to do with the likes of you?" he said, as he looked hard at the shivering pup. The little black dog squinted into the bright light and yawned. The captain spread some newspaper down on the floor, wrapped an old blanket around her, and poured some milk into a cereal bowl. "This berth is only for one night," the captain warned as she lapped up the milk. The puppy yawned again and went to sleep. Several days went by. The captain asked everyone who stopped in if they knew of a home for the orphan pup, but no one did. Bernie, who worked for the steamship company that ferried tourists to and from the mainland, came by often. He liked the little black dog. "Why don't you keep her?" he asked the captain. "You've got plenty of room in this big old house. She'd be good company." "I don't need the company," said the captain. "Besides, Bernie, you know I'm on the Shenandoah half the year, and that's no place for a dog. She'd just be in the way." Then Miss Winslow next door had an idea. "My daughter in New York is looking for a dog. Maybe she'll take the pup when she visits this summer. Shall I ask her?" "Good ideas," answered Bernie quickly. "He can keep her till then." The captain glared at him. She won't be any trouble," insisted Bernie. "How can anything that little be in the way?" The captain jutted out his lower jaw. "Well," he said finally, "I guess she can stay in the kitchen." Within weeks, the black dog had outgrown the kitchen. Summer was approaching, and the captain left each morning to fit out the Shenandoah for the season. Every evening he came home to find some new mischief. One day the puppy found a huge mountain of cloth tucked away in the back corner of the house. She was busy pulling and tugging and ripping and tearing when the captain returned. "No," yelled the captain. "Not my sails. Bad dog." The puppy was so startled she yelped and ran down the hall into the front parlor, where she'd never been before. It was cold and dark, and the shadows on the walls frightened her even more. As the captain came up behind her, she piddled on the oriental rug. "No," he shouted, "not my rug. Bad, bad dog." Oh, poor puppers. Somehow, the little black dog just couldn't keep out of trouble. She chewed on the captain's rolled-up charts, knocked over the scrimshaw, even gnawed on his favorite pair of boots. "Oh no, not my boots," he roared. At the end of the day, the captain always found her lying on the sea chest by the window in the upstairs hall, gazing down at the waterfront. "Well," he said, "at least you know a good spot when you see it." The next morning, the weather turned warm. "Come on, Captain. Come on," the captain said to the pup. "I have work to do, and I can't leave you here to wreck the place. Let's see if you're any better on board ship." Down they went to the beach, past the steamboat dock, to the coastwise wharf. The captain dragged one of the skiffs into the water, and without being told, the little black dog hopped into the bow, and rowed out to the Shenandoah. I really hope I'm pronouncing that one right. Oh, crap. I don't think I showed you the full photo. There it is. As they came alongside, the captain lifted the little black dog through one of the gun ports and onto the deck. "Now stay out of trouble," he said, climbing over the side, "and stay out of the way." The little black dog waved her tail. The captain moved easily about the deck, checking gear and coiling lines. The little black dog peered through the hatches into the cabins below. The whole world seemed to rise and fall beneath her feet. "You're just getting your sea leg," the captain reassured her as he disappeared down the companionway. But the little black dog tried to follow him, but the ladder was too steep. She barked, and the captain came back and carried her below.